So if there's one thing I haven't really discussed on this channel, it's the potential of using multiple reverbs inside of a session. Now what that means is that you will have maybe a big reverb, a plate reverb, a room reverb, all these different reverbs kind of merging into one ambient space. It's a good way to add some depth. It's a good way to add some color. It's also just a good way to add some body to a lot of sounds and instruments to make them fuller than what they seem to be. So for this session, I have multiple reverbs already laid out. On my template, I keep these set so I don't have to try to figure out what may sound good. The easiest thing for me to do is click on a send to the spring plate, ambi, which is ambient, creative reverbs, and space. And space I'll get to in a minute. But when you hear this track, you're able to simply click on a track. For example, the ad-lib is going to this ambi reverb. The ambi is an ambience because I'm using the ROM Aries, really good for creative style reverbs. After that, I have a plate reverb for this blast off sound. This is this ad-lib where it just goes blast off. And I did some creative stuff to it, but that's going directly to the plate and killing it at the plate, you know, full level to the plate. And then I got my delays. Normally I automatically keep my delays sent to the space reverb, and the space reverb is just kind of this overarching reverb that allows me to gel multiple sounds together that I want to feel like they're in a good space, in a ambient space together as a whole. So when you put them all together, what you're going to get is a sound like this.
And he might hit her, forget her. Like God gonna pull a Glock on your bitch ass. What you thought I would just go fall with your bitch ass. Gotta.
And then that blast off sound that you heard before.
The cut like a hacksaw. You gonna need a telescope to see me when I blast off. Ask anybody who know me, they'll name me.
So you see, it's already there. And this is one of the ways we can put multiple reverbs together. Another thing that I might do is use the room reverb. So my vocals, I always want a separate reverb that processes with the vocal, just in case if anybody asks for the vocal a cappella, and the reverb is part of the vocal. That's the key right there. The reverb is part of the construction and creativity of the vocal. It needs to go to the vocal stem. Now, for this vocal, I am using Nimbus. The main reason why I am using Nimbus is because the processing power of Nimbus is relatively small compared to the rest of my processors for reverbs. And with Nimbus, I'm really interested on using anything that's a vocal or the room to give this vocal some space here.
The greatest they know. My nomenclature, my mind is the brightest. My haters, they hate to see me when I shine, cause I'm blinding my foes. The things that come out of my mind and my throat, like splitting an atom and now I explode.
As you see, so this is my vocal stem. If you see my other videos, this is my Vox stem. My Vox has all my vocals. So all of my vocals, all these individual stems are going to this Nimbus on a parallel channel. With that being said, sometimes my individual vocals may be going to a separate reverb like this ambi and this plate, but everything is still going to this Vox stem. If I were to mute the ambient stem or this Nimbus, this is what you're going to get.
I'm spitting the hardest, call me a goat. Burying so many rappers that digging the graves is like digging a moat. So much drip I be drowning, might caught me a boat. Naming it after my baddest hoe. My flow so overboard, think I'm afloat. I'm like an overlord, just call me Snow. You rappers is pussy, your tracks is a joke. Think you can measure to me, I say no. You sleeping on me, now you about to be woke. Burning the ash and I catch clean fire, I burn it like gasoline, hit up the booth. Only make masterpiece, only use paper, no plasticine on me. Elastic rap bands and they snapping me, throwing that shit in the ash and I catch it. Switch my flow just to make it hit record. Teach you a lesson, no speed less I let you. Put back the West and switch to a Beretta. And then you be a snitch ever since I first met you.
See, this adds that little dimensionality of space in order to make a bigger picture happen. The key for this kind of technique is to already implant the reverbs in the template. Well, this is all I have for this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you like me, like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned because I always got more things coming. And a big shout out to me because there's going to be a very surprising update real here soon for you guys. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll let your imagination run wild. All right, be safe. Deuce.